Yeah, I think you guys have it. That's-
Yeah, I forget to bring these.
That's-
I take these vitamins for my memory, but I forget to take them.
Yes, when I had my stroke, I forgot something very important. I'll tell you that later. Call to order the Stevensville Town Council special meeting for Thursday, June 4th, 2026. If you would please now call the roll.
Councilmember Bailey. Present. Councilmember Ross.
Present.
Councilmember Wandler.
Present.
Councilmember Smith.
Here,
And Mayor Cruz.
Here, if you would please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Robert, would you please lead us in the pledge?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is public comment on anything that is not on tonight's agenda. It's under the jurisdiction of the town council. Hi, Sue, how are you tonight?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Last week, I don't know why, but the televised version on YouTube was not, the meeting was not televised.
Right.
And a number of people have asked on YouTube for me to please repeat what I read to the town council last week.
Okay.
So I'm going to again today. It's my understanding that the town has always put its money spread out in different banks. Again, it is my understanding that the money has now been moved to one bank, First Security Bank. I believe that's about $3.5 million that the town has. I did look up regulations, and even banks can only guarantee up to $250,000 through the FDIC. I mean, even towns, sorry. I would like to know who authorized this removal from all the banks into one, number one, and I have been told that it was a great move because we now get $900,000 a year in interest. And this bank has given us a pledge to cover anything over the $250,000 that the FDIC guarantees. Is this pledge in writing? Is this pledge legal? What if the bank fails? If they fail, they're broke and they won't be able to cover the money, so the pledge would be absolutely worthless. I know that at the April 9th meeting, Marilyn Wolf brought this subject up. Again, number one, who authorized this? Number two, how have we allowed all of our money to be in one bank? What was wrong? Our almost $3.5 million will be covered. I believe a move like this should have been brought to the council, as it's the council that does make the rules and regulations for the town. And I have one more. Sorry. It's also my understanding that the finance officer is related either by fiance or married to one of the board members at First Security Bank. That would be a definite conflict of interest. And I think it is something that should be legally looked into if that is truly what's happening. And I would like some answers. I know, Mayor, last week you said that I would have answers at the next town council meeting. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is the town's money. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Gina, are you prepared to answer this tonight, or do you still want to wait till the 11th?
No, we'll wait till next week.
Okay, and just for transparency, we did. I and Councilmember Smith met with Gina and Robert today over at the bank to discuss these issues, some of these issues, and we will have a formal report at the next town council meeting, and I think they should address all the concerns.
All right.
How are you tonight, Marilyn?
Good, thank you. Marilyn Wolf, I live at 300 Aspen Trail in Stevensville, and I'm worried.
And as Sue has already spoken, all town revenue, if it is in one bank account, did the town council approve the bank account when it was opened? Does the town currently have a legal contract in place for millions of taxpayer money? The town wants a good rate of interest. That's true, we all do. But not at the risk of bank failure or economic downturns like in 2008 when 25 banks closed. An old saying says, never put all your eggs in one basket. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further public comment? Okay. Next item on the agenda is new business. I've been requested by the chief of the fire department to ask council if you would agree to suspend council rules and move item D to the top of the agenda so that we can get his item reviewed and addressed so that he can go train the department. Councilmember Smith.
I move to suspend council rules and move item D above item A.
Okay, is there a second? Okay, there's a second. So the motion on the floor is to move item D of new business to the head of the agenda so that the chief of the fire department can get his item addressed and move on to training. Okay, is there any public comment? Any council comment? Or, Janelle, please take the vote.
Councilmember Bailey? Aye. Councilmember Ross?
Aye.
Councilmember Wandler?
Why?
And Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
Okay, so at this time, we'll move item D, is discussion decision, volunteer fire capacity grant application, to the top of the agenda. Chief Motley.
Okay, so I believe you have in your packet or notes or somewhere, kind of what we're looking to do. What this is an annual grant, reimbursement from the DNRC. So every year they apply for an assistance grant from the federal government, the DNRC does for the state. And so throughout the county, they go to all the county departments and they ask us to select what items for wildland fire protection that we need to purchase for the upcoming fire season. So we do that, and we're always a kind of a year in the rears behind. So we buy said equipment, we apply for the grant, and then when the grant is funded, we get reimbursed for what we said we were going to purchase when we applied for the grant. Okay, so we buy it, we submit our receipts, and then they reimburse us for the grant that we said we were going to do the previous year. So for 2025-26, because it's a budget cycle, not a yearly cycle, we applied for $2,020 worth of equipment. Typically, we receive somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500 to $2,000 on any given cycle, depending how the ball of money is dispersed between the different departments asking for what they're asking for. And it's a 90-10 match grant. So this year, we said we were gonna buy $2,020 worth of equipment, when in fact we did not. We bought $1,656 worth of equipment. That was budgeted money, came out of our fire suppression budget, and then we will receive a check for 90% of that $1,665. We'll probably see it sometime maybe August. So going forward for next year, because we had to say what we were going to do, we have to turn in a draft, if you will, of what we, say we're going to buy. And so we did, and that number was a little over $5,000. I'm not holding my breath that we're going to get $5,000 worth of stuff reimbursed. So we'll probably again get somewhere in that $2,000 mark of reimbursement. But we won't purchase $5,000 worth of product. We'll purchase more back in that 2,000 range, because that's generally where they are able to reimburse at. There's a limited amount of money that the federal government will give the DNRC for this assistance grant. So that's the way the game is kind of played. So my theory is that, nope, I'm gonna ask for the $5,000. This is what we really would like to be able to do, so that they can look at their grant and go, we really need to be funding this at a higher dollar value for these departments, and maybe we can move the ball as to what they can get, if they can then come back. This grant is dispersed amongst 13 agencies in the county. So all 13 agencies have the opportunity to participate in this grant, and that's what we're doing. So again, I have in my budget $2,500 for wildland equipment and the fire suppression that we will expend, and then we will get a reimbursement. Just like this year, we will get 90% reimbursement on the $1,600 that we did spend. So that's what we're looking to do. The mayor thought I should bring it before the council and have you guys understand what we're doing, and then move forward with it. Questions?
Councilmember Bailey.
So what happens when you spend $2,500 this year and then they come back and say, hey, we're gonna give you a full $5,000?
And we underspent by
And do you
$2,500.
get to keep that $2,500 or do they?
They'll reimburse for 90% of what we expended.
Okay,
Done off of your
Gotcha.
receipts that you submit.
okay.
So if I spend 5,000 and I submit receipts for 5,000,
They're gonna give
and
you,
they go, well, congratulations, you get 25, or you
Yeah.
get 2, or you get 15, then we own the remainder.
Any other council questions or comments? Councilmember Town.
I would recuse myself from any discussion or decision due to conflict of interest. DNRC is a cooperator of ours.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, hearing none, can I get a motion? Councilmember, or, I'm sorry, Robert.
Yeah, so it's been going on quite a few years. We have not received a lot of the money that we supposedly, last time we received money was October 21. It was $1,165.
We got a check last year.
I looked in the system, I don't know where it went.
I'm not sure where you guys are
And
donating it back to the department or how that's being
haven't-
kept tallied in, but we've been participating in this probably 10 years, and we receive every year, we receive money back.
Do you know what we received last year?
I do not, I don't have that with me tonight, but I can find it for you. We have receipts we turned in what the grant awarded.
Yeah, it could have been coming to the wrong area, but I don't know, because I don't remember
but,
seeing
Council?
so just to clarify,
Councilmember Ben?
you guys have no evidence that we've actually received any reimbursements since 2021?
I checked in the system right before we came in here to see when last time we got a DNRC grant. Went back in, which goes, you go through the, normally those who are receiving systems, so they have, you have to go in there and say deposit in the app, that's what it's for. And the last one was for,
So unless it was deposited in an account,
Yeah,
we don't know. The last time we saw the receipt for that was in 21. So I don't know if they took it up front. I didn't know where it was coded at.
okay.
So, but we can check into it. If there's a way, Jeff, that I can find out how much money they dispersed, I can look for it.
Okay, we can get to that. I mean, it's gonna be 9% what we submitted for, so
Yeah,
it's easy to go on with the number.
okay,
Yeah, you have the receipts.
okay, that'd be great. And then that way I can at least correct it, you know?
Right, and going forward now, you know what to look at.
Exactly, and then they'll going forward.
It's called the Volunteer Fire Capacity Grant is what it is,
Does that be?
from the DNRC. VFC.
Councilmember Bailey?
Yeah, is there a time limit that you need to submit this application?
This submitted
It's already submitted?
Yeah.
Okay,
June 1.
okay.
It's an application in the sense that, yeah, these are and there's only certain categories that you can even apply for.
Mhm.
These are what we're projecting that we are going to purchase. It's gotta be turned in by June 1.
Okay. So then, I guess, what is the purpose of the council approving this application if it's already been submitted?
Because the application can't officially be submitted until I sign it. And
Okay,
I can't sign the application until you folks approve it. So
so,
you say this has already been submitted?
So the deadline to submit is June 1. We submitted a copy of what we were going to submit. Once you sign that, we've talked with the DNRC office. They said, we can let you go till like the 20th, but after that, we're done. Well, that was fine, and then we're able to come tonight and hopefully get your signature on the page.
Councilmember Wander.
You said that you can't see any record for receipt of finances since 2021,
That's what I looked at before I came in here, yes.
and we've gotten one every year.
We
Maybe we should
participated.
check on all of the checks rather than just last year's.
We'll pull receipts,
Yeah, he's gonna get me the receipts and I'll look it up.
see if we can find it, wherever, if, but
Councilmember Bailey.
So my question would be, can this approval of this application be tabled until next Thursday so that we can produce those receipts and confirm that we have received reimbursements? Or is that a timeline issue?
we said by the 20th, so,
Next week is what, the 11th?
yeah.
They're two separate items, so the application.
Yes, and not necessarily. What we really need to have is the mayor's signature on the bottom of the page saying that, yeah, we're gonna cover the 10% match if so granted. And so those monies that we spend are in our budget, and when the budget gets approved, then we will have monies to expend. So it's, if and when you'll, working today to pay for things I bought yesterday, but the check's not coming until tomorrow, it's kind of what this game is.
You have a question?
Well, I think it's important to get the application in as soon as possible.
Motion.
I haven't taken public comment yet. Is there any public comment? Okay, I'll entertain a motion. Councilmember Smith.
I move that we accept the volunteer fire capacity grant application.
Okay, so the motion on the floor to accept the volunteer. Okay, let me read. The motion on the table to accept the volunteer fire capacity grant application. Is there a second? Councilmember Waller seconds. So the motion on the floor to accept the volunteer fire capacity grant application. Is there any further council discussion? Janelle, please take the vote.
Councilmember Wander,
Aye.
Councilmember Smith,
Aye.
and Councilmember Bailey.
No.
Okay, so we have one abstention, okay, so that pretty much means it's a tie. I'll break the tie, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Councilmember Wander.
Could we have results of the investigation of what money has been received?
Sure.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Could we have a report on all the money we should have had since 2021? At the next meeting, if they're gonna check on 2025.
If you'd like to request the finance department to do that, I don't see a problem asking that. Okay, can we do that outside of council? Okay, so if you would please submit that to the finance officer.
Gene, I'll get your receipts so we can look.
Yeah, that would be fine. That's simple.
The next item on the agenda is discussion decision reappointment of Judge Maureen. How are you this evening, Judge?
I'm good.
Has everybody know the judge? Judge, would you mind introducing yourself?
Good evening. I'm Judge Maureen O'Connor. I've been the Stevensville City Court Judge for about 10 years. My appointment is up as of June 10th, and the mayor and I have had a discussion about whether or not the town would like to reappoint me to that position. If there's any questions about my experience prior to being the judge in Stevensville for the last 10 years, I'm happy to answer those. I'm an attorney. I'm licensed in the state of Montana. I have extensive practice in different areas of the law before becoming a judge. And as I indicated, I've been doing this for the last 10 years. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to take them.
One of my first duties as mayor in 2016 was we were in the process of selecting a judge. And we declined the first time around. Judge O'Connor applied. We interviewed her along with like 6 other candidates, and the judge stood out well and above everybody else. So we chose to appoint her, and she's been serving as our judge since then. I believe she's one of the longest serving judges in a long time in Stephenville. Some of them come and go pretty quick, but
It's been a pleasure.
so I asked the judge if she would entertain being reappointed, because sometimes, they get charged with doing the same job, and she said she would like it to be reappointed, and I said, I think that's a good idea, so here we go. You can ask the judge anything you want. Councilmember Smith.
Do you happen to serve as a town judge for any other community?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, any public comment? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion. Councilmember Talon Ross.
I move that we approve the reappointment of Judge Maureen O'Connor.
Okay, so the motion on the floor to reappoint Judge Maureen O'Connor to the town of Stephenville City Judge.
I will second.
Okay, Councilmember Smith, second. Any further discussion from the council? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the vote.
Councilmember Bailey?
Aye.
Councilmember Ross? Councilmember Waddler? And Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Judge will be reappointed. Judge, what time are we swearing you in next Tuesday?
Tuesday, whatever time's convenient, Mayor.
Okay.
So, you tell me,
You tell me what works for you.
9:30?
9:30. 09:30, we'll re-swear in the judge.
Thank you.
But
Thank you,
next item on the agenda is discussion decision, resolution number 510A, a resolution setting a fee for the Stephenville City Court judge. Okay, currently the judge is making, what, $3,000 per month?
Yes.
Okay, and we'd like to carry forth with that. Any council comment, discussion? Councilmember Bailey.
The only comment I have is in the draft resolution, we have the original date of this meeting, June 3rd. So change that. 3rd day of June. It's because our meeting was scheduled originally.
Yeah,
on the 3rd.
We rescheduled this meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. We can
Thank you.
adjust that. Okay. Any other council discussion or questions? Okay. We call public comment, right?
No, I don't think you did.
Public comment? No public comment? How about a motion? Councilmember Bailey.
All right, I'll make a motion, we approve resolution number 510A, a resolution setting a fee for the Stevensville City Court judge.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor to approve resolution number 510A, a resolution setting a fee for the Stephenville City Court judge. Is there a second? Councilmember Smith, thank you.
I will second.
So the motion on the floor to approve resolution and seconded for resolution number 510A, resolution setting a fee for the Stephenville City Court judge. Is there any further council discussion? Call for the vote.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
Councilmember Ross?
Aye.
Councilmember Bailey?
Aye.
And Councilmember Waddler?
Thank you. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council.
See you Tuesday morning, 09:30.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is discussion decision resolution number 588, a resolution approving and adopting the Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority Employee Benefits Program for fiscal year 2026-27. You have in your package the employee benefits program and our plan as presented by the Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority. Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority is our insurance carrier. They provide our health benefits package, they provide our liability insurance and property insurance too, right? Okay, so this year the premium has gone up, it's $926. If the candidate selects the Madison plan. There are 4 plans: Bridger, Madison, Pepper, and high deductible HP plan. Typically, the Madison plan is the one that everybody budget is for. So if someone wanted to use the Bridger plan, they'd be paying the difference. So right now, we're looking at paying for the Madison plan. It is 100% funded for the employees. Dental and eye care is at 50%. And then if employee wants group life and accidental death and dismemberment, and they can pay for that as well. Any council comments or discussion? Questions? Councilmember Bailey.
All right, so is the request that we are approving the Madison plan?
The Madison plan is the plan that we've agreed to fund at 100%.
Okay,
Okay, all 4 of these plans are available,
Mhm.
but we will only pay for the Madison plan, 100%.
okay. So I'm just reading the resolution and it says, the town of Stephenville hereby approves and adopts the Employee Benefits Program Agreement Exhibit A. But it doesn't have selected or highlighted that I saw the Madison plan. So
Oh,
So
okay.
I guess I'm just trying to confirm.
So basically what happens is on an annual basis, the town gets an inquiry, it's a group election form. Like Montana Municipal and Local Authority, and the town has asked several questions. For example, Section 1, medical, dental, vision options, medical plan election, menus, default option, because we have a cafeteria type plan. Dental benefit offered, vision benefit offered, orthodontia enhancement benefit not offered. Our benefit coordinator is the finance officer, she's also the HR officer. So she responded for 2026, we do not bundle the offered medical, dental, vision coverage for employees. For example, an employee can choose family coverage for medical and employee only. For other offered benefits, an employee can waive medical coverage and still enroll in other offered benefits such as dental and vision. Section 2, Mutual of Omaha Basic Life and Voluntary Life Options, city paid basic life and accidental death coverage, employee coverage not offered, dependent not offered. If you want to enroll in that, then you will have to take care of that. Next is employee headcount for current calendar year, 1/1/26 present. Indicate total number of former part-time employees, 12. Please provide number of employees eligible for benefits, 11. Please list the number of employees enrolled, 8. What is your waiting period? The first of the month following the date of hire. The waiting period is the time between an employee becoming eligible for benefits, either as a new hire or after reaching the required minimum hours for benefits to when the benefits become active according to ACA rules. The waiting period cannot exceed 90 days from the initial eligibility date. Since benefits are not prorated for partial months, it is advisable to align your personnel policy with specifics like starting benefits on the first of the month following the hire date, or the first of the month after 30 days, etc. It's crucial to ensure the waiting period aligns with, or at least does not conflict with, the details outlined in your personnel policy. We are actually going to be going back, checking our personnel policy to make sure that we meet these requirements. Number of hours worked per week to be eligible for benefits regardless of employer contribution, 30 hours per week. City town monthly contribution to the benefits for the employees, $926 per employee per month. Okay. And we contribute nothing for the dependents. Benefits eligibility and employer contribution continued. Is the contribution from the city or town prorated for employees working less than 40 hours per week? No. Does the city or town contribute to employees that waive out of the medical plan? Yes, $660 per month. Does the city or town allow elected officials and contracted executive positions to participate in the benefits? Yes. So that is pretty much the effect. The total cost of the town is $11,361.60 per employee that enrolls in the benefit plan. Let's see here. I think that's it. Normally, what's happened in the past is that this plan is put together and it is approved in the budgeting cycle and the process. So council doesn't always know everything that you're paying for. And that's a standard, pretty much a standard practice across the governmental industry. And I queried MMIA about this, and the information that I received, and this comes from Chris Beskid. Councilmember Bailey was CC'd on this because I always make sure that our council president knows what's going on, just in case something happens to me. Additionally, I have communicated about these topics with our CEO, Amanda Clark, and she has provided some further insight after talking to the local government center. As long as council approves the budgeted contribution amount, they do not necessarily need to have a say on the benefits that are offered. The employee can apply the budget approved contribution to whichever benefits are offered. Well, you know me, I'm a proceduralist, and I want council to be aware of everything at all times. So that's why this is here tonight, is to make sure that you know exactly what we're paying for. And when you approve this, you won't have to deal with it per se in the budget, because you will have already selected the plan and approved it or disapproved it, your choice. I will tell you this, that we cannot cut the plan at this point because it has been established and it has been offered to the employees through previous administrations, and that any reduction in the plan would have to be properly noticed. It takes about a year so the employees will know what's happening. So you can't cut it tonight. You gotta keep it the way it is. Later on, you can look at it and decide, for next year, what you might want to do. What I have gleaned in my study of this, because I was a little bit taken aback by it too, what I've gleaned is that about 80% of the local governments in the state contribute at least 80% to the employee benefits package. Many of them provide 100%, many of them. I talked to quite a few of them. So that's part of the thing in state government or local government. This year, you know exactly what's coming before you. So next year, you'll be able to look and, see what you want to do. This started, some people asked me about the cash in lieu of. Robert, that started 2021?
Yeah.
2021, that started here in the town and is carried forward. The contact personnel for the plan has been Robert Underwood, Pam Sosa, Gina. Okay, so this has been carried forward as a standard. So it has always been put in the budget. It may not have been understood by councils previously, but you will understand it. When we go through this budget, you'll see a spot that says employer contributions. That employer contribution is the benefits package. There's also another section Gina showed me yesterday in the other part of the plan where it shows Social Security and all that sort of stuff. They get a little confusing because they're both employer contributions. But that's what the employer contribution is.
Okay.
Any questions from council? Councilmember Ross.
So my understanding is that we can't say no to this. So it is in itself, doesn't, like, we can't change it. So I guess what is the point of our decision?
Because we can't engage it as a town without your permission. You get two times that you can approve this. One during the budgeting process and one as it's brought forward here. Back in 2012, via resolution 296, the town adopted the Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority as our benefits provider. At that same time, in resolution, or just a couple days later, resolution 297, the town agreed to pay $450 per month per employee for the benefits plan. So that's 14 years of growth. So these packages, every time you renew your car insurance, your insurance rates are probably going up, right? Same thing happens in the healthcare industry. The problem is we have hired people with an expectation that they would get these packages. The way I understand it, talking to the town attorney, we have hired these people with the expectation that these packages are there. It would not be fair to them to cut them at this point. If council chooses to reduce the contribution to say 80% next year, then that would give plenty of time to notice the employees that may happen and give them time to prepare for that. At least that's the way I understand it.
So you're saying this decision would affect next year?
This decision is for the remainder of 2026 and half of 2027.
But we can't change that, correct?
Right.
So that's, I guess, what are we voting on then?
What you're voting on is to approve the package as is.
But doesn't it already exist? Haven't we already, it's already,
No, the deadline is actually tomorrow, right, Gina? Our internal deadline is tomorrow. The actual MMIA deadline is the 15th.
So it's the open enrollment. Every insurance has an open enrollment plan, period. Because the rates changed this year and I have to process payroll on Monday, I have to have the decision by all the employees no later than tomorrow, so that I have time to go in and update the system in order to make sure that we capture the right amount. And we collect all of the insurance premiums the month prior. So the premium for July, which is effective on this one, would be captured in June. So that's why the deadline is June 5th, because it'll give me time to process the information.
Councilmember Bailey.
So if I may, I think the expectation is that we honor the Madison plan for our employees, because that's what has been promised to them, so to speak, right? But then if we want to change this plan in the future, we have that option to do it, but we need to give appropriate notice to be fair to our employees. So if that's something that you guys want to do, we can do that at some point, and I don't know when that would be appropriate, Jim. But for now, we should respect our employees and their benefits and try to, in my opinion.
That's the way I understand it after talking to the town attorney when we work with the chief. And part of this process will be modifying our personnel policy manual to actually put our benefit plan in the personnel policy manual. Right now, it's on chapter 41, and it doesn't really specify a lot. But this plan changes every year. So if we adopt the plan, put it in a personnel policy, all we have to do is update the plan. So based upon what council decides to do. Gina, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so this is just what the insurance plans are offering this year. Next year it might be different. And of course the rates will be different. But at least you'll get this every year. You'll get this in front of you every year as soon as we get it. So if we get it in May, we'll put it on the agenda, and then that way you guys will have something to look at before this even comes about, before the open enrollment. So
In June.
in June. The open enrollment goes from May 15th to June, May 15th to June, June 5th. But it depends on when that first pay period is in June. And so you'll actually see this, which was something you guys hadn't seen before, because I didn't even know. And, but at least you'll get this, and then you can decide, we want to pay 80% of Pintler if they have it on there, or we want to pay 100% of that one, whatever the case may be. And like I was talking to the mayor yesterday, we'll do a deep dive on the finances and kind of guesstimate where we're gonna be to see what the town can afford. So that's kind of that's the plan, for next year for sure.
Councilmember Bailey.
So what is adequate notice for employees if we were to change the plan? If it comes out in May and then open enrollment starts in May and stuff?
We need to start talking as soon as possible.
Okay.
You know, this affects people tremendously. Many people base their careers with local government on the benefits, because the benefits are very good. For example, most people don't realize this, and I didn't realize it until Gina told me yesterday and showed me that vacation for government employees, whether local, county, state government, is dictated by state law. It's actually in state law. It tells exactly how many days you're supposed to get per year. Our personnel policy is based on that. I did not realize that, but I do now. I've become a little bit educated. And I've also started studying, the law as to, what we're required and not required to do regarding contributions from employee health plans. It's kind of complicated. So, and we actually need to consult with our town attorney on this. She's the one that she's very adamant about, being very careful what we do, because if we start cutting benefits now, we could open ourselves up to some issues. So, Councilmember Bailey.
So if we were to approve this, as it stands with the Madison plan tonight, would your plan be to set up a committee of the whole meeting to kind of work through that? Or what?
I think that's something council could request, yes.
Okay.
Well, any further council questions? How about public comment? Well, I'm sorry,
Well, it's not really a question, just unrelated to the plan itself. The resolution, it doesn't have the Madison plan anywhere identified as our selection, and that's my issue with the resolution, is that the attachments include all the plans that are available, but I don't see any document that is attached to this resolution that identifies that we are selecting the Madison plan tonight. And so
we could certainly modify this resolution on the spot here to do that.
I would love that, and also, another date, 2016 on that one. I don't know if that's.
So we could add a statement in there to, or do you want to add that? I'm sorry, the screen is so small.
No, that's fair. I mean, I think if we modify it to say, now therefore be it resolved that the town of Stevensville hereby approves and adopts the employee benefit program Exhibit A Madison plan.
That would be a good spot right there.
And the town of Stevensville benefits selection.
So if we reworded that section out, therefore be it resolved that the town of Stevensville hereby approves and adopts the employee benefits program agreement Exhibit A.
The Madison plan.
The Madison plan.
Not the Madison plan, and the town of Stevensville benefits. Okay, yeah. Can we reword that? Councilmember Ross.
Do we need to include that we're paying 100% of that?
What's that?
Do we need to include that we're paying 100% of that?
We can.
Or does that matter?
I think it's a nice.
If that's what council wants to do.
So that it's set in stone.
You need to remember that resolutions are a decision by the council, and resolutions they have the effect of law. So this is a policy that the council is establishing, and the town of Stevensville employees and the mayor will enforce that.
could I add after Exhibit A, the Madison plan at 100% coverage?
I think that'd be great.
What about the dental and vision people?
Well, that's interesting because the dental and vision plan are very insignificant costs in this program. Let's see, what was it here? Vision plan is $8.60, right? And the dental plan is $33.
33, yeah.
Now, right now, the town only pays 50% of that.
I think, in my opinion, I think we should maintain whatever our current elections are.
Okay?
100% of the Madison and 50% of basic dental and vision.
Okay? So you'll be able to make that correction?
To add in after the words Madison plan at 100% coverage,
Dental and vision at 50%.
also to include dental and vision at 50% coverage. Yes.
50% coverage or match?
What do you guys prefer?
Coverage. I think match would be a better word.
50% match?
50% cost match, yeah. Okay?
I'm correcting the date as well.
Thank you. And anything else we need to do as far as the, what are the other things in here? Life insurance, or is that all included?
That's all.
They're not, they're optional plans for the employee.
Perfect.
Any further council comment or discussion?
Sorry, again.
Go ahead, man.
Are you gonna have the 660?
That's the next one.
Add the cash in lieu of, if an employee does not enroll in our plan, then cash in lieu of will be paid out at $660 per month. 660,
660.
no change.
Just leave it.
This way, if any of our employees want to see what their benefit is, you have a resolution defining it right there. And this will be included in our personnel policy. Anything else? Public comment? Carolyn?
I am curious about how many employees have dual coverage. Do you know that might go for this in lieu of
There are three.
3? Typically, are they doing that or keeping?
Typically, if you're married and you can be put on your spouse's insurance plan, as long as you can prove that you're covered, you annotate that with the finance officer, then you can draw the 660.
Okay.
It actually saves the town about $300 a month per employee.
Right, that's what I was wondering, how much you're saving.
Yeah. Not all towns and cities offer that, okay? But that's been an accepted plan here for a while, so we have to carry through with it until council decides what they want to do. Any further public comment? Can I get a motion on the floor? Councilmember Ross.
I move that we approve resolution number 588, a resolution approving and adopting the Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority Employee Benefits Program fiscal year 2026 through 2027.
With changes annotated.
With changes annotated.
Very good. Is there a second? Councilmember Baker.
I'll second.
Okay, so the motion's on the floor to approve resolution number 588, a resolution approving and adopting the Montana Municipal Interlocal Authority Employee Benefits Program fiscal year 2027 with changes annotated. Okay? Any further discussion? Now, would you please call for the vote?
Yes. Okay. I wanted to make sure I got that cash in lieu part in there as well. Okay. Councilmember Bailey.
Aye.
Councilmember Ross.
Aye.
Councilmember Waddler.
I,
And Councilmember Smith.
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries 4-0. This is an important step, in my opinion, because it brings this decision back to the council where it needs to be, instead of placing it on one individual. Okay, this is important. That also, by the way, approved the form that employees will need to use to sign in or sign up on the program, which had been pre-approved by the town attorney. So next item on the agenda is discussion decision unmetered water and interlocal agreement between the Outback Firefighting and the town of Stevensville. Councilmember Ross, you have something to say?
I'm gonna recuse myself due to conflict of interest with existing contracts with my place of work.
Very good, thank you. And for the public to know that when a council member has a conflict of interest, they have to declare that as soon as possible so that they will not be involved in any of the discussion or decision-making process whatsoever. They just have to set mute. So this is a form and an agreement that we've had in the past. It is an agreement that has to be signed by the mayor. So that's why it's brought before the council. In the future, I think what we're gonna do is bring a resolution to allow a routine agreement like this to be addressed by the council or by the mayor and reported to the council, so it doesn't tie up council time.
That will take place at your next town council meeting.
Thank you. So any questions on this agreement? It's fairly simple. It's $100 per year to use the fire hydrant. And you know what's the cost for 48,000 gallons of water?
$650.
$650. So what they do is they go out to the fire hydrant there, they come get the key here, they go out, they fill their tanks up, they report them out that they got, and then we bill them on a monthly basis.
As they are working down from their 48,000, when they hit about the 3,000 mark, Andrina contacts that company and lets them know, and they usually write that in there over the phone by their next 650 gallons and they're ready to go.
That's why you see those trucks, those tanker trucks pull out at the corner of 3rd Street and Buck, where they're filling up the water. And they have to meet certain requirements, backflow prevention and all that sort of stuff. So they can't contaminate our water system.
So just to clarify, they're billed for the water that they are taking and they pay $100 annual fee
That's
for
correct.
the connection, essentially.
That is correct.
Very good, thank you.
Any public comment? Okay, could I get a motion on the floor?
They get back to it.
Okay.
Councilmember Bailey.
I'll make a motion that we approve the unmetered water and interlocal agreement between Outback Firefighting and the town of Stevensville.
Okay, set a motion on the floor to approve the unmetered water and interlocal agreement between the Outback Firefighting and the town of Stevensville. Is there a second? Councilmember Wander. So the motion on the floor to approve the unmetered water and interlocal agreement between the Outback Firefighting and the town of Stevensville. Is there any further council discussion? You know, I really like this 6-step process. This seems to work for us. You know, you present it, you get to ask your questions, public comment, motion, comment if you need it, and approval. I like that. It works really well. So no further comment or discussion. You know, just please take the vote.
Councilmember Bailey?
Aye.
Councilmember Smith?
Aye.
Councilmember Ross?
You can.
Sorry, forgot. Councilmember Waddler? Thank you.
Okay, that completes tonight's agenda. I do have a quick comment. I will be, if the weather holds up in
I
Glacier,
have
I'll
to
be,
excuse myself for that.
oh, go ahead. I will be up in Glacier, hopefully not getting eaten by a grizzly bear. If I get eaten by a grizzly bear, Councilmember Bailey will be able to take
When are you going to Glacier?
it.
How long have you been gone?
Just a couple of days.
You said he didn't notify you?
Okay. I'm gonna be out of town starting on Saturday night, so
I'll be home.
perfect, okay, then I'll be in town until then. Thank you.
We have to wait, for Councilmember Smith to come back.
What are you gonna do in Glacier?
We're riding recumbent trikes,
Okay.
if the weather holds. It's not looking good, 75% humidity, they're saying 35% chance of rain. I think with that 75% humidity, it's gonna be wet. Let's call a short recess until Councilmember Smith comes back. It'll be interesting.
It'll be fun. I'm going to bring her during the spa. She'll be really refreshed, probably. But then I'm gonna have to drive back, so it'll be stressing.
Really, this or is one?
No, my dad's gonna get a golf tournament out there. So, we just go, you know, he golfs and it's, and we go to spa.
How much advance notice do you like to work?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How much advance if I'm going to miss a meeting?
As soon as possible. Because we have to make sure we're gonna have a quorum. Hey, what, while Councilmember Smith is gone, let's go ahead, if you would please, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'm on the way adjourn the meeting.
Okay, is there a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. We adjourn. This is extraordinary circumstances.
We're done.